Not something that I've seen was how they were talking about getting rid of Verdance, or not Verdance per se, Call of Duty, Warzone. They were like going to tank it. Like I don't know what's the right word for that. They were going to shit, pretty much just get rid of Warzone. From what I heard, if Verdance doesn't do good, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh man, that would be the greatest thing ever. Personally, because I still like playing it to a point, because like yeah, it is hard at times to find joy in the game unless you're playing with people. But like I mean like, but that's a lot of games out there, in my opinion. Like a lot of games are not as fun unless you do have people to play the game with, and that's just how it is. But less and less people are jumping on Warzone today than any other game. Like Fortnite, more and more people are going to. Actually, they're leaving Apex from what I've seen, and a lot of people are coming from Apex to Warzone. But then they find out why people are leaving Warzone, because of just in general how bad the cheating stuff is, and all this and that, and so on and so forth. Which, in my opinion, I don't hate. Warzone. Yes, I've had my issues with it in the past. I've posted videos about it in the past. But at the end of the day, it was still a free Call of Duty, which I will sit here and say that at the end of the day, that was still the gist of Warzone for me. I do wish, because they have, yes, I do wish that there was like a multiplayer version that was free. I do. My personal interest when it comes down to Call of Duty has always been the multiplayer. I've never really cared too much about the battle royale. Now other people they prefer the battle royale and all this and that, but honestly, I've not been a battle royale person in a while, because I get so bored with looking for people, and I want to have that action nonstop. And I look at it like this: I'm playing for like at the end of my day after work. I only get 20 to 30 minutes, maybe an hour to play. So on average, a game of Warzone might take up to 20 to 25 minutes, but then that also counts in having to find get all your friends on, so that might take about 15 minutes. Then once you get on, like you gotta wait if maybe somebody has an update. Let's say nobody has an update for some, more than likely. Let's just say nobody has an update. Okay, nobody has an update, and it will. I don't know how to say this. If it doesn't have, if Call of Duty didn't take so long to get into matches, because like you can sit there and have a full squad with your friends and stuff, and then it'll still take an extra 5 minutes, because 5 to 10 minutes, because like first off, when you hit the start play a match button, it might take you 5 minutes to get in start the match, but then you have to go through that prequel like pre-game lobby. Then you have to find then you have to go through loading screens and all this and that, just to go swarm in and then maybe die super fast. But let's say if you made it to the end and you win every match, still each match is like 20 minutes. And overall, and then okay, let's say even if I die at the very beginning, that's 15 minutes almost it took me to get into another match. It took me 10 to 15 minutes to get into another match each time, and then so I'm pretty much spending most of my night in a lobby. In my opinion, I just personally just don't like battle royales. It's not even Warzone personally. It's just battle royales. I get so bored with. I want to play. I want to play other stuff. I want to continue the action and stuff. That is, unless I have the time, and if I do have that kind of time to sit there and waste and do nothing, I want to play a game that feels like I'm doing something, but when I'm not doing nothing, like as in, for example, GTA, Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that. That stuff is happening. Like for example, for GTA, my weed farm could be, or my cocaine farm, or whatever, could be working its magic while I'm over here staying AFK, and then once it's done, I can come back and then do this and that. Or for example, if I'm on Red Dead Redemption, Crips, he could be doing my wagons and stuff, getting that stuff prepared and stuff, and then I can go, once it's done, I can go sell my goods and stuff, or my moonshine, or so on and so forth, whatever it may be. I want if I have to sit there and be bored, I want there to be a reason why I'm sitting there being bored instead of sitting around looking for people left and right for no reason, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing with my thumb up my ass? That's just my personal opinion about battle royales. I want something just actiony, action packed most of 98% of the time. At most, I'm sitting there through one loading screen, just getting into the game, and then there's a countdown. Let's go at it. Let's go at it. Everybody plays how they play, and yes, I do get mad at the way some people play these team death matches or capture the flag or search and destroy. Search and destroy is a different thing too. I don't really care for search and destroy because, or one life game modes in general, because and when it comes down to like the multiplayer aspect of it, because I get so bored of that one life, and then I die, and then I'm sitting here waiting for the next round, and then I'm like, bro, what the fuck? These rounds could last up to 5 to 10 minutes, depends on how good these players could be playing, and it's crazy to me. There's people that like it. You like what you like. I want more action when I do play, and that's why I feel like Marvel Rivals it's the attention span for people too. That's one big reason why I feel like a lot of people don't really care for like story games anymore as well, because if the story doesn't have a lot of action in it, and there's not a lot to do in this story, people get bored, and people were like, bro, let me go on about my day, let me find something else that's going to keep myself in my brain stimulated for as within this next hour that I do have, the 20 minutes to 30 minutes, however long you have to play the game. I'm sitting here playing the game for a reason. I want to sit here and play, and I don't want to see any games die. What I'm getting at is, but Warzone is, if they're really going to close the game down because they're not, if Verdansk does not really save their game like they're hoping, it's going to be a sad day in my opinion. But at the same time, I kind of hope this leads towards more of a like they try making their multiplayer maps, or I feel like, I'm not sitting here saying that they should, but like at least have a reason to come in on Warzone per se. Like have I'm not trying to counter or talk shit about Warzone really. I'm mainly trying to if anything, I'm not trying to talk shit saying oh they better fix something and this and that. I want to try to give some kind of help. If anything, I feel like they should give that stimulate thing, like make people feel like there's something always happening. Yes, there's rebirth and all this and that, but like bring in other modes too. Like there's in the multiplayer version, at least I'm gonna use Modern Warfare 3 because I haven't played Black Ops 6 yet. But in Modern Warfare 3, there's like two war modes. There's a war mode, and it has a bunch of players versus a bunch of players, and this team's trying to pretty much defuse the bomb, and this team's over here trying to fuse it up, and like it'll be bring that kind of version in. Like they're, I want to say like they're not as much played modes from multiplayer. Bring them into the free game mode, like war, like because it's. I love my favorite version of war from all the Call of Duties has to be World War II. I don't know why that one was just my favorite one, and then we go to like they have a some other kind of war mode where it's like just a huge ass TDM pretty much. I don't know exactly. I forgot what the fuck it's called honestly, but this mode has like like a 50 to 60 people on one team, and this other team has a 50 to 60 on the other team, and then overall it's 100 players on a big ass map, and then it's like a 1v1 or it's not even 1v1, it's a team deathmatch pretty much. Like everybody's just playing, and I feel like those modes bring them into Warzone as Warzone, if like as another playlist, because they have plunders. People love plunders that I talk to and play the game because they want that kind of respawn feel. They want that, but that at the same time, they just want a consistent game, if anything. Because if you play in plunders, it can go by super fast or super slow. It depends on the game. Because I've sat there in a 30-40 minute game before, because it not really, but like it felt like that, because it was just nobody getting the money and everybody's just killing each other, having fun. But then I have seen times where people made it super fast, wherever this other team was actually getting the this random team over here was getting the fucking shit. I just feel like give more reasons to want to download Warzone other than the big battle royale map. Like, yes, I do understand people want the multiplayer experience, but like, I know for a fact from day one till the day the game dies, there are modes on that game that no one really fucks with. Yes, every game mode probably does get fucked with somewhat, but like, they're underperforming modes. I would say nothing. I'm not even asking to bring team deathmatch in, because that's always going to be a staple. So, every time you, when yes, people that really don't even know the game or this or that, they're going to hop on this game, and then they're going to be like, "Bro, hell yeah, let's hop into team deathmatch or this or that." Especially if you ain't played in a long time, you're going to try to get your bearings again, trying to figure out the maps, this and that, the guns and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see any games die, but like, I feel like there should be more of a reason to want to play Warzone instead of this big battle royale, because first off, like I've said in a video before, that Warzone is not beginner friendly, and that's why I'm saying, like, if you had a more, instead of plunders that where it seems like it's just a big everybody's against each other and or this or that, make a big team deathmatch, like it's 50 versus 50 type shit, where you can keep respawning until the end of the game. Make the limit, like, I don't know, like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. I don't know. If this team over here gets, it ain't even got to be that big of a number. It's just like, make something give it a number that's going to last at least a good 20 to 15 to 20 minutes. I would, so it feels like you actually played a little bit, and or have the map shrunk, and or like you can do it with this, or with like, or make it to like just the map is a lot smaller, and just have something like 50 versus 50 still. I don't know, because like, I would love to see I would love personally to play more Warzone or Call of Duty in general, but like, I've gotten to the point where they have Warzone over here. If I do have that itch to play some FPS game that I do want to play, like Call of Duty, for example, I can always hop on Warzone. But for people that do not have that experience or understanding of how the guns and all this and that work, or the map itself is, it's a lot. A lot of people, they're going to get overwhelmed with it. They're going to be like, you know what? I don't know this game. The movement's all crazy. I don't even know what to do. So I feel like, if anything, they need to, what do you call that? Make it to where the game, is, I don't know, how do you say it? I just feel like, long story short, if they put like some of these underplayed games, that the games that ain't being played as much in the multiplayer, these game modes at least, and into Warzone, and it could still be on the big map. Yeah, at least the war and the other war mode. I know there's like 2 war modes. Make it feel like it's something worth playing. Hell, bring back DMZ, bring back third person shooter. Put that stuff in to Warzone if y'all want to mess around and stuff. Warzone's the free to play version, okay? If I'm sitting here like, bro, there was so much stuff that was cool about that kind of stuff. I don't know. There's so many different things I feel like they could do, but they just don't do. And I'm not sitting here trying to say, oh, they need to, this is the way to do stuff, or this or that, because I'm not no game developer myself. I'm not trying to say how to do it, or I'm not, in a way, I'm trying to say, yes, do this stuff, but at the same time, I don't know how to do it, because it could be a lot more complicated than I'm saying. But at the same time, they've had this stuff in games before. It's just as simple as, I feel like it's just as simple as moving the coding over to this, instead of trying to make a whole ass new game. I don't know. What do y'all think? I want to say thank y'all for watching, and do what you gotta do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life while you can. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we try to upload at least once a week. And if you liked any part of this video, please leave a like. And if you have any critics or anything that you want us to add to this conversation, and please add it down in the comments. Talk to y'all later. Do what you gotta do. Have fun with your life, wanking.